everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. So you guys know, if you're a regular viewer, you know that Yota was here last week. I miss her dearly. But while Yota was here, we had gone to quite a few places, and we went to Nordstrom. It was our first stop at King of Prussia Mall, and we saw some bags discounted that when we went back through the store to get back to the car, I totally forgot that I wanted to take a second look at this bag, and I just kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. And when Yota was getting ready to leave, I decided I had to do it. So no bag left behind, guys. When you see something and you know that it's something that you really want and the deal is good, get it. But I did wind up getting a better deal buying this online, because I got some money back through Rakuten, which I was really happy about. So I ordered this. It's a Tory Burch bag, and again, if you saw Yota's video, you'll know which one it is. I ordered this direct from Tory Burch because Tory Burch had 8% back from Rakuten. I think I ordered it from Tory Burch at least. What did I order it from? No, I ordered it directly from Tory Burch, because I did look on Bloomingdale's and I looked on Nordstrom, and they had the best deal. So it was shipped to me in this box, and I'm going to open it now. It's a fairly simple box to open, thankfully. So Tory Burch usually packages their things really, really well. So it comes with a little thank you card here. And the card says, "Thank you. Our brand was started with a founding principle to empower women. We hope you love your order and are thrilled you're a part of our community." And there's a nice little Tory Burch sticker. I'll save that and put it in my planner, because I do that. And I have a receipt. I have a sample. Oh, they sent a sample of their new perfumes. And here's the perfume bottles on the back. So that's pretty nice. And here is the bag, totally packaged from the factory. And I got an excellent deal on this bag. And I know you're all thinking, well, you know, I said that Tory Burch was overpriced and I like Coach better, which is true. I believe that. But this was on such a good sale, and I really thought that this was beautiful, so I went for it. It was marked down some, and I kind of justified the fact that I love the color. I know I'm going to use this, so, you know, even though it's a little overpriced, what the heck. And I got, let me take the paper off of this, which of course, you know, they pack on really well. So that was a little sneak peek. But I got, I know you're waiting. Gosh. All right, feel free to skip ahead a bit if you want. Okay, free. I got the top handle Tory Burch Kira, and it's in the color Blue Arctic. And this is the bag that I saw at Nordstrom that I just absolutely loved. Oh look, it's doing its own little ABS. Look at that. And here's the bottom. Of course, it's better to do it once the packing is all off of it, but she couldn't help herself, guys. She just went. She went for it. Gosh, this bag and my Chanel medallion tote, they just have a mind of their own. So this is in a crinkled pattern. I'm just taking some of the stuffing out. It's in a crinkled patent leather, and it does come with a crossbody strap, and it comes with a dust bag. Tory Burch dust bags are pretty nice. They have this pretty lining and the Tory Burch logo that dangles from it. And let's see, hoping that they didn't cheat me on the strap. Nope, here it is. So the strap is wrapped up, It's a chain strap with top handles, and it's not totally connected. And I don't even know if I'm going to bother to use this with the strap. I may once in a while, or just kind of keep it so that if I need it, I'll put it on. But I actually like a top handle to be a top handle. I don't know. Call me crazy. Got that off. So here's the strap. I love this bag especially because it's silver hardware. It's an adjustable strap. It adjusts pretty far. And it's a really nice width. And the strap isn't really heavy. I mean, it's good quality, but it's not an extremely heavy strap that's going to weigh you down. And it's got the little strap keeper here. So I'm going to slide that back on. And on the ends, have these nice little hooks. Okay. And I believe that there are D-rings inside to attach it. But I just thought that this bag in this color was just spectacular. Really, really spectacular. So I'm going to give a little look. I have to look. I'm going to have to do this off camera and see where the D-rings are, because I don't think I'm going to connect it right now. But I will come back and I will do a review, show you what fits, and give you an idea of what it looks like on. But one of the things that I loved is the silver hardware. So this part of the bag is hinged. It's not going to lay down completely flat, but it goes over enough so that if you do have it on, that handle isn't going to dig into your underarm, which is great. You have a back pocket, and this looks like it's going to be big enough to fit my phone. And inside, there's a divider in the center here, and then a compartment in the back, compartment in the front. There's a slip pocket in the front so you could put some cards. See if you can see that down there, right there. And then there's a zip compartment in the back. And I think the D-rings for the strap are kind of down lower near the zipper. But for an all-leather bag, it's not extremely heavy. Inside you can see the Tory Burch rivets, and I'll give you a close look. Here's what the lock looks like. And it just fits into the logo, and it's a turn lock. And this is crinkled leather. It looks really smooth now, but it's going to get more crinkly as time goes on, as it should. It's really, really soft. I'm really surprised because sometimes this kind of patent bag doesn't feel this soft. It feels kind of hard and stiff. But this is just like really for a patented crinkle. It's very, very, very smushy. So that's one thing. They're not discontinuing this style. This was just a seasonal color. But y'all know I love blue. Gosh, I said y'all. I'm hanging around Yota too much. What can I say? But anyway, you know I love blue. And I couldn't resist because a good blue bag, you just can't go wrong in my opinion. And I just think this is so beautiful. I mean, this is just gorgeous. It's a little bit dressier. I don't have that many dressy bags. Here I go justifying this, but I don't have that many bags that are really dressy bags. Even my Chanel bags are a little bit more casual, and my Hermes bags are definitely very casual. But this is just perfect, you know, if you do want to dress up a little bit. But I'll wear this with jeans. I'll wear this with a cute dress. I'll wear it with a nice short set. I mean, there's so many different outfits that are going to go with this. I just think it's beautiful. And I paid, let's see, the retail price of this bag, $648. My opinion, no. No. And you know, if you watch me, you know I'm not cheap when it comes to buying bags, but I was not going to pay $648 for a Tory Burch bag. I got this for I believe it was under 400. Price was right. I still think it was even, kind of on the high side. In my opinion, it's not worth more than the 400. I would not pay full price. That's just me, especially knowing that they go on sale. But it's a beautiful bag, and I would say if you love it and you have to have it, go for it. Sometimes you just kind of have to break down and bite the bullet and go right ahead for the full retail. But if you could get it on sale, get it. Oftentimes, Rakuten has really good deals with Tory Burch. And I've also had cashback offers in the past from American Express. And I want to say a couple of other cards as well. But yeah, they do sometimes offer deals, either a % back or some money back. So why not go for it, guys? So do you think I made a good decision? I thought about it for so many days after coming back, and I said, how could I leave without this little cutie coming back home with me? So she's home now. You're mine. You're staying. So cute. But anyway, so I kind of wanted to throw in a little story. I'm going to do a little Winnie now and throw in a story, because Yota and I were talking about the Naked Cowboy and where's the Naked Cowboy been. And there was a woman in Times Square when we were there who was dressed as the Naked Cowboy. She was an old woman, really tiny, really thin and frail. And she was trying to solicit pictures, and she got really upset when someone took a picture of her without her permission, and of course without paying her. And all those characters who were there in costumes want to be paid. But anyway, I had an experience with the Naked Cowboy many years ago. So it was 2007 or 2008. I took my parents to see The Producers on Broadway. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get to see Matthew Broderick, because I think that he and Nathan Lane had just recently left the production. And one of my dreams is to see Nathan Lane live in a production, because I think he is just phenomenal. He's one of my favorite comic actors. And what would be better to see him in a show? And I've loved The Producers since the Gene Wilder Zero Mostel version that came out in 1969, which I saw as a young teenager who was into film. And I used to sit and watch TV in my bedroom during the summer and watch these movies on The Late Show. And that's kind of how I got into movies and classic film. But anyway, I digress. So we went to see The Producers, and I can't think of the name of the theater, but it was somewhere on 42nd Street. And it was right by Carmine's, if you know where Carmine's is. So like 47th, 48th, and between 7th Avenue and Broadway, I think it is. But that's all beside the point. So we had parked the car in this garage on the street. And my dad had to use the restroom. And he couldn't wait until we got to the theater. He had to go right then. So my mom and I stood and we waited for him. And while we were outside of the restroom area in the garage, we saw the Naked Cowboy. Only we had no idea who he was. He just had his cowboy hat, his guitar, his underwear, and it said Naked Cowboy on his backside. So I said, oh dear God, he's going to go in the restroom and my dad's in there. And he might think that this is just some kook that's coming, off the street, and maybe have some kind of a reaction, because, you're in New York City and there's a lot of people, and, some people, like anywhere, they're out for no good, or, they might be on something or whatever. And, it's kind of a little disarming to see this sight if you're in the bathroom and come out of a stall and see him standing there. So my dad came out of the bathroom, and I said, well, he said, I washed my hands at the sink, and he was there, and he said, how you doing, buddy? And he said, I'm doing all right. He said, I walked out. He said, I have no idea who this is. And I said, okay. I said, we're going to have to find out. And then sooner or later, Naked Cowboy showed up in the commercials, and he started to pop up in the news a lot. So we always had this Naked Cowboy story and my dad's encounter to talk about. But it was really funny. I mean, my dad was a really tolerant, extraordinarily tolerant person. And I mean, you know, he would have been like, okay, you know, under the circumstances, if he showed up in some place, you know, maybe he'd think it was strange, but he would certainly not say anything that was negative or, you know, provoking or pass any kind of a judgment. One more dad story that I have, and, you know, if my dad, God bless him, were alive now, he'd be 76 this year, 75 this year. And, you know, he was a baby boomer, and he grew up during a time, you know, way back in the 40s and 50s, but he basically loved everybody, and he didn't care who you were, what you were. I mean, as long as you were a decent person, he just absolutely loved you and would not think twice about, you know, whether someone was gay or straight or whatever, purple. He just didn't care. So one day my dad called me, and I was at work, and he was just in an absolute outrage, guys. And he says to me, could you believe this? Elton John's having a baby. And I said, oh God, I said, he's going to make a really rude comment. But knowing that wasn't really like my dad, I had to, of course, hear him out and see what he says. The next words out of his mouth were, he's 70-some years old. Why didn't he think of it sooner? His kid's going to be out on the ball field playing, and he's going to have an old man there with him. And he says, and yes, I understand that Elton and his husband are going to give him a great life, but he's just too old. And that's the kind of guy that my dad was. The only thing that he cared about is that the little child was going to have an old man dad who wasn't going to be able to engage in activities with him. So, Daddy, I love you. If you're hearing me, know that I will never forget any of this stuff. And I'm glad to share the story. So if you've hung in this far, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.